Hello, Facebook fans and YouTube fans of DX Engineering. We're here today to talk about the Manufacturer Showcase, which is where we take and interview the people behind the products of the over 175 different manufacturers that we represent here at DX Engineering. Today, we have the Senior Engineering and Production Manager. It's Corey, W3JL, with DX Engineering. Hello, Corey.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Tim.
And Corey, let's get right into it. Let's talk about some of the new products that we're going to be showing off at Hamvention. So everybody gets a little bit of a sneak peek here of what has been going on at DX Engineering when it comes to new products. And let's get started right away with the high visibility coax. Why don't you tell everybody about the high vis cable that you've got down there?
So, obviously, DX Engineering makes a lot of cable assemblies, a lot of different cables. A lot of it's your standard black coax. We started looking at high vis. POTA, it's nice to be able to see the coax on the ground. A lot of people like stealth, but there are people who need something that you can see the coax. So we have 8X assemblies. These 8X assemblies are in a high vis orange. This is a 25 footer, but we make them in lots of different lengths. And we've also, to get even lighter weight than 8X, we've moved on and we now have RG174 high vis coax. So we've got some short pieces. This can go from your 705 to your tuner, keeps your runs nice and short. And then you can use, here's a 50 footer of 174. Not a lot of power. It's not something meant for your home station with a lot of power, but very lightweight, really easy to go up a nice fiberglass lightweight portable mast. So these come stock with BNC connectors, just because a lot of the portable stuff, BNCs work really well with that.
All
Helps
right,
keep
so
the weight
let's
down.
talk about the connectors on the on the RG8X there, Corey. Let's talk about that connector. Talk about the patented connector.
Yep. So this is DX Engineering's patented PL259. We have these for both 8X and we have them for your 400 Max or your 213. But they are a crimp solder connector. So the shield is
Yeah, bring that
crimped.
up into the camera. There we
The
go.
shield is crimped to the connector and the barrel, and then we solder the center pin. We do a good bond and then make a nice cap to keep any moisture from getting down in there. Um, Really, it's a good connector. It's got some it's fairly lightweight, but the barrel's got a nice knurling on it, makes it easy to fit into places. And then we use an adhesive heat shrink to help also keep the moisture out. Still recommend, if you have it permanently installed, vapor wrap it and wrap it up nice and tight. But
And so let's talk also about the testing that goes on once those connectors are installed.
so yeah, so we build the cable, it goes through before the heat shrink, everything gets put on and tightened and shrunk down. You do a standard continuity test. Make sure the center pin's connected, make sure the shields are connected, and make sure that there's no dead shorts between the shield and the center pin. But then we will also high pot test these. The our PL259s that we put on the 8X, we high pot test to 5,000 volts, making sure that if you have a stray wire, making sure that that assembly is good and it's solid. The
So
BNCs don't go. Oh, good.
right, so you got 5,000 volts that you test that goes between the shield and the center conductor.
Correct.
Is that cable? I mean, is it okay at 5,000 volts?
It handles the 5,000 volts just fine, with no issues.
And so, if there is one of these stray wires, on the shield of coax cable, there are small gauge wires that can come off and fray. And if one of those gets stuck in a connector, are you going to find that?
Oh yeah, you can. I mean, instantly when you run this thing, we ramp it up and we hold it there for a little while, and you watch the leakage current. You do get leakage current at 5,000 volts. Some current does flow through that dielectric. It's like when you measure a motor in an industrial environment. But what we're doing is, I mean, we've found to a point where if the connector is not cleaned out from manufacturing and there's even a little shaving in there, you'll get an arc or you'll get more than the rated current that we're looking for. And it'll give that it'll fail, and then we'll figure out what's going on, and we'll send that cable either for reprocessing, or we definitely will scrap that end and put a new end on. So
Right. So you're going to find any defect before it goes to the customer.
yeah,
And
that's
and
our
then
goal. 100% tested.
right. And then you put it in a plastic bag and seal it. And talk about the silver saver that goes inside the bag.
Yeah, so the connectors are silver plated. This one's been out for a little while. I mean, they do turn yellow. Does not affect silver when it tarnishes. Does not affect the conductivity really. But it's good to have. When we put it in the bag, there's a piece of. It's called Silver Saver. It's basically a desiccant, like the silicone packs you would see in things, and it just absorbs any moisture and keeps that connector clean, fresh, and shiny for you. So when you pull it out of the bag, it looks new.
Right. So in every cable that you make with connectors on it, that's there. And you talked about the BNCs on the RG174, which is the lightweight cable. But if the connector on my radio is like a UHF female, we have the adapters too.
We do have the adapters. For this, we have adapters. We also are making 8X that goes directly from BNC to PL259. Those are some cables that are up there as well. So the goal is, if we can help you eliminate an adapter, we want to help you with that as well.
Great. And let's talk about another new product that I'm really excited about, and that's the USB Protect.
Yep. So we have a product. It's called the USB Protect. It's a DXE ISO USB. That's the part number on that. What this thing's meant for, it's a way to isolate your USB line. So when you've got your radio plugged into your computer, you've got a connection there. You've got an electrical connection between the computer and the radio. You get a lightning strike, something comes down the line, is headed towards the thing, hits the radio, comes over and hits your computer, takes out two pieces of equipment. The goal on this is about a 5,000 volt isolation unit between the computer and the piece you're trying to protect. Works really well for those situations.
So we have found, and a lot of customers have found the hard way, that if you get a lightning hit or some static discharge, it can take out the USB line in the radio. And then you have to send it back to Alinco or ICOM, Kenwood, Yaesu. And in a lot of cases, it's an expensive repair.
It's a whole main board. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the main board in IC 7300. And now the USB connector doesn't work. If you have the USB Protect from DX Engineering, that's going to save you a $900 repair bill.
Yep.
So it's really money well spent. Let's talk about some other new products, Corey. How about the window feed through?
So we've got a new window feed through panel coming out. It's out on the web. You can buy it. We've got more going up tonight. But this is 5 UHF connectors and a ground. It's a nice piece of cedar. It's really good. Comes with the security dowel rod. This all has to be cut to length. It comes at a 4-foot length. It has to be cut to fit your window because we don't know how big your window necessarily is. But we also include the SO239, the vinyl caps for your unused ports. So you put that on the outside, and you can put it in either way, or even some windows you can even put it in vertical. But it gives you a way to get 4 or 5 UHF connectors out to your antennas and still be able to keep it closed. Also comes with some weather stripping as well.
How many times have you and I gone into Ham's houses, and they've got all these rolled up towels.
Yep.
The old towel routine with the coax coming through the window, and of course their wife hates it, or their girlfriend hates it. And this is really nice, and it's a nice piece of wood, and those connectors, the double females, are really high quality.
Yep. Yeah, they're nickel plated, so they shouldn't tarnish. We thought about going silver plated, but with these going through to the outside, we thought that might not look as nice. So they're long enough. You can get your PL259 screwed on there, get some weatherproofing if you need to. We tried to leave enough room that you can get around it and actually work on it. We didn't want to make it too close so you couldn't get your fingers in there. So,
boy, that's nice. That's going to be very popular at Dayton. I know that at Hamvention, guys are going to come up and say, "Hey, I saw that window feed through, Corey, and I've got to get one." I mean, I know they're flying off the
They're
shelf
already
now.
flying off the shelf, so it's great to have that.
It's really good. Hey, let's talk about something that just is it's on the web and it's not quite available yet. It's probably a few days, maybe a week away from being up on the shelf and in stock. But let's talk about the brand new product, the DX Engineering Dummy Load.
Yeah, so we're looking, I mean, obviously with the way the market is, we're looking for areas where, we don't have products or we haven't had products, but we have a new dummy load. I mean, give you an idea of the size of this thing. I mean, this is over a foot long. It's a heavy duty resistor, PL259 or SO239 on the one end, the label on the other to tell you, when we say 1 to 1500 watts, we mean it. We've put more than, we've put 1500 watts into this. It's rated for 100 watts for 10 minutes, 1500 watts for 10 seconds, and we've run it. We've run it into that. We've run it into a, measured the impedance, make sure that nothing changes when we're doing it, and makes a nice little heater for your shack, but also really good to use, if you're testing equipment and you're trying to, check out your signal and what your signal looks like as you're headed out. So
Yeah, and so with that resistor, and it works from 1 to 54 megahertz, Corey, and the SWR is really low, even up through 6 meters, right?
yeah, up at 6 meters, it's like 1.07 is our typical measurement on that.
So even less than 1.1,
right.
On 6 meters, and even lower than that on 160 through 10
Or
meters, right?
up through 10 meters. Yeah, it's 1.03 up through 10 meters.
Right. So a nice low SWR for that, and I really think that it just anyway. Geez, Katie, we got one in there that needs to get cut out. But at any rate, Corey, thanks so much for coming on today and showing us some new product. And Mr. Honest, if you would email me directly, I will take care of your question. And of course, several customers chiming in that they've had good results with some of these new products. And we have even more new products that you're going to see at Hamvention. So stay tuned for that. There's going to be a lot of videos shot on things. So if you're not able to come to Hamvention, you can still see the new products. And you can always click on the main page, the website of what's new, and that'll give you an idea of what's going on as well. And Corey, I know it's a busy time getting ready for Hamvention, so we'll let you get back to it. Thanks to all of you today for watching, and we'll see you next time here at DX Engineering. Until then, 73.
73. See you at Hamvention.